Yo, 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 what's going on? This is Afi Kingdom. I have a special guest today, mentor of mine, Modern Life Dating, aka Hot Dude Life. Usually I would do a intro and stuff of that nature, but I feel like today we're gonna talk about some serious shit. So, you know, yeah, you will be entertained, but we're here to learn today. So let's just get right into it straight off the bat. Let me see. So MLD, what's up, brother?
Living the dream over here in Tokyo. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, brother. I'm living the dream too. Just not living the dream in the place I want to live the dream at, but we working on that, So
That's all that matters.
yeah, man. But I thought it was important to have you on, and actually, I got some stuff that's gonna kind of make you laugh. You ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
You know what? Because that's the finesse part. Because me, I always play an intro, but my intro for this is gonna be your intro. So we're gonna go into MLD's classic fire bars. You guys probably ain't seen it, and you don't even know what I'm about to pull up because I'm gonna ask you. You gotta be bad, bro. But I gotta do it. We gotta see this. Watch this. This is gonna be good stuff, guys. And I'm gonna watch MLD's face the whole time when he sees this. I want to get his reaction out of this. That's what I want to see, and I'm gonna be looking at your face. I want to see this. Yeah. You got it. MLD, you know your brother is a player and a troll too. I can't help it, bro. I can't help it. But you know the best thing about this is you drop heavy game too. So watch this. You ready? Who was this fucking guy right here saying this shit, bro? Who is this guy right here saying this shit, bro?
Oh wow, this is old school.
You already know. You already know, bro.
Jesus, 2015. I'm ready to eat some humble pie. Look. I think there's no audio.
You
Oh, there
can
it
hear
is.
me?
Uh, it's okay.
Hi, this is Jonathan, and welcome to Modern Life Dating.
I'm gonna kill myself.
We're going to talk about. Well, I've got a question from a viewer today, and he says, "Hey man, do you have a video about improving your Tinder game? But if not, I would appreciate it a lot if you made a video on it." Well, I'm here for guys like you, so get ready, because here comes the Tinder guide.
Where were you at in life right there? What were you doing?
All right, so here I'm gonna tell you something that not even you know, and you're a guy that knows a lot of stuff.
Go
On
ahead.
that video, okay. That video, I recorded that video literally on my knees on a mattress that was on the floor in this little like dormitory style apartment I was living in Japan. You could tell that the camera lens, there's like a blue tint. I didn't even know how to fucking properly set up my camera. I didn't even know how to adjust the color correction. And I was literally standing there on my knees wearing, I was in, because it was summer, or it was not, it was summer, it was October at the time. It was still a little hot at that time in Japan. And I was wearing suit jacket or whatever, but from the waist down, I was in my underwear. And, I was just trying my best as a young guy. I was 29 at that time, and just getting the brand off the ground. And, it was really just killing me in regards to, even now I see now, look at my camera now. Look at that. It's fucking super HD, super clear. But we had to start somewhere. And yeah, man, the most important thing is Joe Rogan talked about this. Joe Rogan recently got $100 million Spotify deal, right?
Mhm.
And he says, you just got to get started, and you just got to not stop, right? And the thing is, if you look at the first episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, it's a little shitty MacBook on a coffee table, and Joe and some dude, I think it's Jamie or Brian Redband, and they're smoking a bong, and they're just having a conversation. Now you look at him; he has literally the number one podcast in the world. But you got to start somewhere, right? A lot of people they are waiting for perfection. They are waiting for that perfect moment. They are waiting for everything to be perfect, and then they're gonna take the leap of faith. Then they're gonna take a jump. Then they're gonna do this shit. But the reality is this: the real lessons, what you because you don't even know what you don't know before you start. You can prep and prep and prep and prep. You can read all the books. You can read all the fucking, YouTube videos, all the guides, all that shit. But until you start, you don't know the real problems that come with actually doing it. Theory is cheap. Everybody can sit around and run their fucking mouth.
Right.
But it takes a man to get going and get started, to take action. Taking action as a man is the most important thing in life. Nothing else matters. You know why they say talk is cheap? Because everybody, especially in 2021, runs their fucking mouth.
Right.
But taking action, having the balls, the confidence, the determination to take action, and consistently refine your approach as you take action and get new data from the action you take, that is the key to success. Does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense. I remember when I first knew you, I knew you were a winner from the gate, because I remember we first talked. King Dre. Thank you for the super chat. He said my two favorite people in this game at the same time. That's good. Real talk.
High praise. That's high praise.
It and YouTube and brings real people together, man, and real growth. You know what I mean? We're all meeting up, and then we go. It's nothing from the top, man. We keep going. Every meetup will get bigger. Every year will be more money, more everything. And it's just good to have people from the ground up that you knew to experience it with and to motivate you. Because I remember, like I said, when we did our first video, there wasn't no lives, wasn't even no Google Hangouts. We were doing Skype private video session, right? And we both, we had our little robes on with no shirts, but we didn't know that's just how we came to sit down like some pimps. And you told me your vision, it was very detailed. Yeah. You see, you didn't just say, oh, you know what? I want to be successful and I want to have $1 million. You're like, I want to live here. I want to have this. I want to have this much amount of money.
Do you remember the first amount of money I wanted?
What was it? 10 grand a month?
Yep. See, you motivated me to put my one award here.
Yeah.
Take a look here. I got my award. You see that? It's hard to see, but it says, presented to Modern Life Dating. Congratulations on hitting $10,000 plus milestone during Teachable's 2019 Creator Challenge. Just so you know, they're sending my $1 million present soon. It takes a while. It's coming from America to Japan, but the $1 million one is coming up next. But it started here with me not giving up and having literally insane amounts of determination. If everybody asks for receipts, there's your fucking receipt. One of many, to be honest.
Tell these guys about just having aberrations and stuff like that. Like it's like you really have to. You have to live it. You just can't not want it. Like I remember you just showing me shit all around your house, everything, just everything. Like you gotta take it. Put it like this. This is my person, Matt. This is my personal view. If you really want to be successful and it doesn't fucking take over your life, you don't really want to be like. It's like you literally sacrifice your old life for your new life.
Yes. I mean, you would be insane, literally insane to think, okay, I want to change my life, but I'm not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you're just going to keep on adding 2 + 2 and getting 4, but you want 100 on the other side. It doesn't work like that. My newest saying that I'm going to keep on saying is, right, and it's official in history. We'll make history here as well. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. There's no way around it. You can sit there, you can fake it on Instagram, you can lie to your girls, you can lie to yourself, you can lie to your family, you can lie to your mom, but at the end of the day, You're just wasting time. People who have their shit together will look at you as a joke because that's what you're acting like, especially if you're a man. If you're a man and you don't have your shit together, society will look down on you. Okay? It's just no doubts about that. And we don't have it easy like women. And quite frankly, I don't want it easy like women, right? Women just show up, they have pussy. It's like, okay, you got a vagina, you got a hole that I like, and yeah, I'll pay for you. I'll do this, I'll do that. But men, we don't have that. I don't even want to use the word luxury because I just don't see anything luxurious about being a woman. But I'm happy to be a man. I'm happy to have this. People say that it's like in the Bible, God said He'll curse men to work, but I love working. There's an old Jewish saying. It says that I pray not for a lighter burden, but for a stronger back to carry the burden. And that's what I want. I want a stronger back. I don't want an easier workload. I want to be stronger. I want to be able to do better, because that's the most valuable thing you could do as a man is to lift yourself up and elevate yourself, because then you'll elevate people around you. I've elevated your game. I've elevated Dre's game. I've elevated Rollo Tomasi's game. Fuck the Fresh and Fit podcast. I had a huge part of that being where it is right now. Donovan Sharp, all of this stuff, all of these men were able to level up their brands and increase their reach and help men literally across the fucking globe. Mm-hmm. And it all started with me saying, I'm going to do my best. I, Jonathan, from modernlifedating.com, I'm going to do my best. And give your gifts to people. Show the world you have value, because that's ultimately what we all set out to do here as content creators and as men who have literally dedicated our lives to helping men. That's like, it's a life dedication. Afi, you would die if I fucking told you could never coach another man. You'd be like, what am I gonna do in my life? I would be the same way. I'd be like, well, fuck, like I gotta.
Hey, people don't get it though.
You can't turn it off.
Yeah, man. People don't get it. Like, man, you can't. Even like just date, even friends. Like people, like it's like, and like for me, like word of affirmation is my love language. So it's like I'm getting my love language fed to me, and I'm in control of the shit, right? I can get more of it. So I can get my love language fed to me by doing more work. Yeah. How crazy is that? See, that's like a cheat code, because actually, I get my fix by working hard. See, a lot of people work hard and don't get their fix. But that for me, it's a cheat code. I mean, like I told you, I think the other day, like I love doing this shit, man. Like, just let's say I didn't sell no books, I didn't get no super chats or cash apps, or I didn't book consultations. YouTube will be worth my time just from the networking alone. Yeah. Just off the people that I meet, it's worth it. Yep. Because I'm meeting people I wouldn't meet. We're cool as shit, but if it wasn't for internet, I would have to be in Japan and be in the same fucking place as you. Like, what's the odds of it? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Very low.
And I didn't fall after you. We just came together, and that's a part of the process. When you really get locked in on what you're trying to do in life, see, you people thinking, oh, I got these bright ideas. I want to clear this up too, because people always say, man, I got these bright ass, I got these ideas. I got one this, but the reason why I want to do it is because nobody supports me and nobody believes in me. Well, guess what, fools? When you start doing the shit, the people gonna come to you. I wasn't looking for like, oh, let me look at this fucking online content creator that's gonna help me out in life. Oh, who's this Modern Life Dating guy? It didn't happen like that. I was just doing shit and you're doing shit, and then we just end up coming together.
Yep.
But y'all don't meet the people because y'all you're scared to start the process. Yep. You're scared to start. The people right in front of you, but you want people to say, man, that was a good ass idea, Jonathan. Yeah, you should do interview with a man. It's going to explode. Well, if everybody had that shit, everybody would be famous then. So it don't happen like that. You got to make people believe in you. Don't get upset when you tell people your goals and they're like, oh, that's what's up. That's You don't get upset on that. Like, nobody believes in me. No, your actions gonna show them.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's the real talk, though. Alpha Villains, good to see you. Adelina, good to see you. Joe Blast, Slick Rick, Matt W. What's going on, players?
Mm-hmm. You know, and even like, you know, Rick Torres, that's a guy that came into the community, you know, seeking help and seeking stuff to elevate his life. He got a whole new life perspective. And now what's he doing? He's out giving wisdom and supporting men who fucking need it. Because that is a man who was dragged through the divorce court system with a very toxic ex. And he was able to overcome it. It was a battle he fought. And there are men fighting that battle every day. Look what the hell just happened to Dr. Dre. Got to pay his fucking wife $300,000 a month for the rest of her life unless she gets remarried. You know that bitch is not going to get fucking remarried.
Why would she?
Yeah. What's the point? And so he's helping men with his pain that he went through in his life. And that's the thing. You know, by, you know, recently talking with Dre a lot, you know, me and Dre have been talking a lot privately since May. And he really made me believe more in the concept of good karma. And in just the sense of like, you know, if you just consistently do good, good will come to you. And I'm not trying to get spiritual or anything like that, but you know,
That's my
like,
language to talk all that shit. Go ahead.
you know, I just think that if you just consistently do good, good will come to you. And then, you know, that's why when I see these, you know, these hate-filled MGTOW channels, these hate-filled black pill channels, I'm like, it's only a matter of time before they kill themselves, destroy themselves, not literally kill themselves, but you destroy themselves, destroy their brands. Because if your mindset is one of cannibalism and negativity and tearing people down, you're going to attract people that like to tear people down. And eventually that target is going to go on you. But when you're a good person like me, like you, like Dre, and you're consistently putting out selfless help, right? Like when I help you and Dre with the, you know, the technical stuff and like the you know, better cameras, stuff like that, and just like, you know, YouTube stuff, you know, it elevates your guys' game. You then want to help me in return because we're all good people, and everybody gets better. Because if you get more subscribers and I come on your show, then some subscribers will come to my channel. If I get more subscribers, you come on my channel. You know, we all grow together. Working together and being literally like being good men is really beneficial to everybody involved. And there's just no reason not to do it, in my opinion. And I learned that because, you know, I would be like, sometimes I would be like, you know, I've always been a good person, but sometimes I would get like, you know, slighted and like want revenge and shit like that. But I just ultimately realized at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. It's better just to keep your dignity, keep your pride, walk away, and then, you know, let that person who slighted you, let them go self-destruct, because that's what they are. They're just a destructive person, and you banish them from your life and everything will take care of itself. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Good. And just for the listeners too, you know, Jonathan helps me out a lot. But what I want to tell you guys is also, Jonathan, he teaches me stuff hand on hand, but I also teach myself by watching him, right? I watch a man set goals and push them through. It motivates me. So I'm telling you guys that because you don't just wait for people to hold your hand and do. So it's like for me, like if I see somebody do something, I'm patterning myself after that and then putting myself in it. Like some people will just wait for somebody to grab their hands and give them the step by step. You have to be a self motivator and you have to be a self teacher too. You know, you should be learning right now. Rather see it. I shouldn't have to say, John W., this is what we mean by this. Nelly Nell. No, you need to be teaching and applying yourself. Slick Rick says, I give Jonathan all the credit to meeting Afi and all the kings in the game. Salute, Johnny Baby. Rick is a good guy. You know, he does little videos and stuff now. He be getting his little content in, you know. Because he got a story to tell. Salute Alex for the super chat, $9.99. Appreciate you, brother. Spin Doctor. Yeah, you know, you never, just like I tell people about books, you never know who your story will affect. Yeah. You think it's just some average shit because you're living in it. Yeah. You know? It's like if you beat drug addiction, talk about that shit. You know how many people are addicted to drugs that if they see somebody that they can relate to and touch, it'll motivate them, you know? Yeah. Just period. Like, you know, you can have a mentor. Like LeBron James is my mentor as far as certain things that he do. I ain't never met him, but I'd watch him, and you just see what works, and you can see what qualities that you have similar in successful people, and you connect the dots that way. That's how you do it, man. I often get a good question from just random guys and just people, and I want you to lace them with this. Like, I know how you do it, but people have a hard time dealing with haters.
Mm.
What's maybe two or three things? How can people? Because really, sometimes just being self motivated, you don't get it the same. But a lot of people let the haters discourage them from doing the real shit. They got all the motivation, but the haters just holds them back. Like, how can people deal with the haters?
I mean, I'm inherently a very confident person, and if haters are affecting you, I mean, first of all, we're all human, right? So no matter what, we just gravitate towards that negativity. I mean, how many times have you been buying a product on Amazon and the first thing you do is go to the reviews and look at all the 1-star reviews? It could be 5,000 5-star reviews, but there's 17 1-star reviews. You're like, I'm going to read this shit first and logically it makes no sense to look at the ratio, right? It's just like girls. Like if you post like one like sneak this comment on their Instagram, immediately they reply to like, how dare you? They don't reply to all the simps. Giving them so much digital validation. But the one person, she'll fucking reply to you, tell you have a small dick, then block you, and then post some like, I'm a strong woman and I don't need nobody to tell me these kind of things, right?
Hey, why do we know the attitude? Why is it's always that vibe, ain't it?
Because I'm a master at spotting bullshit. That's why. But when it comes to haters, I've gotten to the point where I look at my haters and I'm just like, you poor peasant. Like, you must just fucking hate your life so much. And you see me consistently winning over here. I mean, I understand why you hate me.
Right.
I mean, I'm very hateable because at the end of the day, Rich Cooper always says this: hate always comes from beneath. Always comes from beneath. Every single time. A hater is not somebody doing better than you. And it doesn't have to be financially. It could be with women. It could be mentally, right? But hate always comes from below. So, Cat Williams did that stand-up a couple years ago, and he's like, you got to figure out how to get more haters. He's like, you got if you don't have haters, I don't know what's going on with you, right? And I have people like dedicating weekly videos to hating me. And that, Grant Cardone, and I know you went to like the 10X conference before. Grant Cardone talks about it in his book, the 10X Rule, and also in his book, fantastic book. I highly recommend every man to read this book. Be obsessed or be average. I'm a very obsessed man. I'm very obsessive in everything I do, right? When I obsess over shit, and I fucking always win. It's one of my strengths. And in the book, he says, if you don't have negative reviews, if you don't have haters, if you don't have people bad-mouthing you, you're not as good as you think you are. Like, that is a prerequisite of success. And another thing my friend told me is, my mentor really, he says, once you get sued, you're on the pathway to wealth. So, once you get sued, you're on the pathway to wealth. I'm not saying it's a prerequisite, but if it happens, it's like, okay, like, especially if it's pertaining to your business, that's a good sign.
It's real talk. Mad W, as I seen this video too, he said one of the Black Pillars screenshotted our Dude Con photos and made a lame video. I just want to say that person, for the laughter and brightening my day, they failed to ruin my day. Just idiots, bro. Don't you see there's people from all the world getting together on some mindset? It's a live mastermind group. It's not no gay shit, you stupid idiots.
But at the end of the day, all these guys, they don't seem to realize this, right? They're just
no, because I had to check a girl before that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it looked like a sausage fest." No, it looks like we're at a public place, and so many motherfuckers flew in that we just took over the shit.
Yeah, Well, I mean, look, even if it is a sausage fest, I mean, who cares? Like, what? Why does us getting together
Yeah.
affect you that much? But at the end of the day, like I said, these guys that are they think they're slandering us. They think they're doing bad stuff. All they're doing is promoting for us. They are our unpaid marketing assistants. So I thank these idiots. The more they talk about me, that's good because all you're doing is causing people to go to www.modernlifedating.com or go to Modern Life Dating on YouTube, and the algorithm gets boost, right? You could click thumbs down on my videos too. That still boosts me in the algorithm. You're bringing more attention to me, and I'm converting black pill guys. Black pill guys are coming to me every fucking day in my comment section, in my DM, saying, "Hey man, listen, I used to be black pill, but this stuff you're saying is making sense, and I appreciate what you're doing, and it's changing my life."
I was gonna play a clip of you roasting those guys, but the vibe's so good, I don't want to throw you off. I already had it on back, but no, because sometimes we're teachers, so I don't want to cut off the education for some laughter and shit because we talking about some real for real shit. And shout out to
Yeah.
Precio for the super chat. He says greetings from Chile from my two senseis. See, that's when I really start taking it serious, bro. When I start getting the worldwide flavor.
Yeah.
When I'm like, what? Hold on, what the fuck? Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember my first consultation, not my first one, but my first one, and it was a guy from Africa. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like, damn, like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
in Africa, and at the time I hadn't even been. It's like, shit, it's people hitting me up from places I don't want to been that respect me.
And let's talk about because people say like the people talk about Hot Dude Con, right? So Hot Dude Con is my free meetup group, okay? And they don't, they don't understand. They don't speak my language. So it's a free meetup group where we all link up around the United States, and as soon as it's gonna be global, we're having Hot Dude Con Tokyo soon. And what it is a bunch of like-minded men getting together, right?
Oh, let's go to the next one.
It'll happen eventually.
Oh, okay.
But what it is a bunch of men getting together who are on one mission, a mission of endless self-improvement. And it's different men from different walks of life. We have millionaires that show up. We got guys that are literally poverty level showing up. We got white people, we got black people, we got Asian people, we got Latino people, we got Indians. I don't even give a fuck what race you are. But I'm just saying the variety is there because the thing that unites us is our mindset. And people don't seem to realize because guys like you and I, we're always 6 moves ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I intentionally named it something fucking ridiculous like Hot Dude Con for a reason. I said to myself, if these motherfuckers will pack up their bags and come to Hot Dude Con to meet me, that means that there is a real need out there for these men to link up and to meet other like-minded men. I intentionally named it Hot Dude Con for one, to chase away people who aren't serious, and two, to test the strength of the marketability of this type of thing. And once again, morons fucking promote it for me. Hot Dude Con, every single Hot Dude Con gets more and more. I couldn't even keep up. How many people were in Miami, Afi? 45, 50? I couldn't keep up with it.
Too many. Yeah, too many.
I couldn't keep up.
I was mad. I wanted to drop some bars in front of everybody. At the same time, but it's a growing experience, and see, like, just for me, like people are motivated different people, and like I told you before, like I remember you were telling me about a presentation. I was like, yeah, I can get technical and teach this shit, but I'm really the energy is where I feel, and that's like when we do the webinars, I can go 5, 6. I don't even be tired.
Yeah.
I be chilling because the energy. So it's like when like just being, in Miami, like just the energy alone. And so for people that's not like that, they're not gonna get what I'm saying. But you just got all these energies, like-minded people, and man, it just motivates you to do more. Like, okay, I'm here for something, and then you go, and then somebody's like, yeah, Api Kingdom, what the fuck are you doing buying drinks? You better put your shit away because you helped change my shit. And even like you, everybody embraces me and says I'm the man in fucking private and shit, but you the first one to do it publicly.
Yeah.
They want to tell me I got the good game and all of this shit. They don't want to help me out or try to put me in position though. They want to just say it and hope that I do and be like, "See, I told you you was the man." Yeah, you ain't helped me though. You ain't helped me, and you ain't helped me as far as shout out. You know, it's just like anything. Like it's uh, you know how social media works. You know, like I got a book now. If certain people were to shut that out, I can just be a bookseller and don't gotta do this. I wouldn't stop, but I'm just saying that the power of influence for social media, it could just change that way. Boom. Like I heard there's this guy Obsidian, and I don't know if you know him, but he's in
I
the
do know of him.
yeah,
Black
yeah, yeah.
Manosphere guy,
So
right?
yeah, so he had his book, put his book out. One shout out Kevin Samuels. They can't keep the shit in style. So you know, so people can help you, but they don't want to. They want to pretend help. You know, so you got it just when you're trying to be successful, recognize the pretend help.
Yeah.
People,
I'll
yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to build on the helping other people, right? I'll be honest, when I first started off, I'll use a wrestling analogy since we're on Offie's channel. He loves wrestling.
Of it.
So
Real quick, you heard me on my wrestling channel. Can't you tell I'm having a good fucking time when I'm talking wrestling live,
of
real time?
course, of course.
Yeah, like people just be like, "Shit," I'll be like, "Shit," I'm in my zone, and then the guys who come on there, like we're familiar, and they really know it too. So we be getting in. I don't give a fuck who show up. Like this wrestling talk time. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
So when I first started off, I wanted to be Stone Cold. I wanted to be Hulk Hogan. I wanted to be CM Punk, right? I wanted to be the star of Modern Life Dating, and I wanted everybody to get their advice from me. I wanted everybody to get all their solutions from me, and it was ego driven. It was ego driven, and then also, I did believe that I have like a good amount of I had a good amount of you know information to give in regards to the big three: make money, make muscles, and learn game, right? But then I realized, when it comes to WWE, who's the real winner when it comes to WWE? Offie, who would you say?
Benny Mac.
Vince McMahon, baby. Vinnie
Mac.
Mac. No chance. He's the undisputed champion when it comes down to the WWE. And I thought to myself, why is Vince McMahon so successful? Because Vince McMahon has, I'm gonna date myself here, but he has the Triple H's, he has the Val Venus, he has the Edge, he has Farouk, he has the Nation of Domination, right? He has D'Lo Brown,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He's got Rashiki, he's got the Latinos, he's got Eddie Guerrero, he's got rest in peace, he's got Rey Mysterio, he's got all these people, right? And they provide a variety of entertainment. That's the industry's in. As a leader of men, I needed to check my ego aside and say, listen, if you really want to help men, you need to bring in experts. That's why I brought in people like you. That's why I brought in King Dre recently. That's why I brought in Troy Francis in Day Game. That's why I brought in Mac the Day Gamer. That's why I brought in Richard Cooper, Entrepreneurs of Car, multimillionaire. I'm not a multimillionaire yet, right? But you can come talk to this multimillionaire, right? All these guys, I decided by putting my ego aside and promoting these other guys for the benefit of the men that watch me and join my community. And sure, will some of these guys go join these other people's communities and leave my community permanently? Sure, maybe they will, but I don't have a scarcity mindset because at the end of the day, I know I bring tremendous amount of value. And it's not about me, like I'm not in prison fucking like protecting my meal, like, oh, I gotta fucking keep these people off of me. I know A, that my value is massive, and B, my value is going to continue to grow, and C, at the end of the day, these guys come to me for results. And if you give them results from a team of experts and you change lives, that good karma will always come back to you. It's impossible to fail.
That stuff. People should watch wrestling just from the psychology of it alone. That's why I watch it. I don't really. I care about the action, but it's more about predicting and like wrestlers don't get their credit, bro. Like it's almost like they're better than actors. Actors get as many fucking tries as they want to do shit. You gotta ad lib some shit in front of hella people. One take it. That's hard to do.
Dude, you got to get hit in the face with a steel chair as well. You know, you got to cut yourself with a razor blade. You like, if people say wrestling is like hard, like easy or whatever, fall down, throw yourself back, and stand up 5 times in a row right now, and tell me, can you do that for 35 weeks in a row on Monday and Thursday, and while traveling and living out of a hotel? Can you do that? You probably can't.
Right. Yeah, the game is. What's up? What's up, Jada? Yeah, Jada, you sent me a cash app. You did you return the cash app? You cheap ass. You sent me a cash app. It said the funds wasn't there no more. You cheap ass. You don't send me no $20 cash apps and take them back. I'm sorry I didn't run to go check it. Sorry, but I'm just fucking with you. I'm not. That did happen though. Iceberg. What's up, Iceberg? What's going on? Iceberg has the best questions ever. Ask a question, Iceberg, for MLD. Watch what he asks you. He gonna ask him good ass shit. Watch this. Look, yeah, they laughing. Yeah, you already know. You fuck with me, I'm gonna bust your ass out. It's all good, Jada. But yep, I tried to cash that in. I said, look, he used to people. Look, you thought I was a broke cat. You think I just run to go check it? I be sitting on them because I'm a player. Top level stuff, man, is what they are. Yeah, Iceberg, get my question for what he gonna come with some heat. He's like a 1,000 for 1,000. He just lay in the cut like shit. I already know. I want to. That's one cat I want to meet. Is there anybody that you content that you watch that you want to meet in real person that you have never before?
Oh, the #1 house cat in the manosphere, King Dre.
Yeah.
He didn't want to come down to Miami. He made me so mad. I was like, I'm flying from Tokyo. He's in Tampa. I wanted to meet him as he's fuck. I mean, like I said, on my recent show, what I did, the top 10 men who understand female nature in 2021. #1 was King Dre. #2 is you. And
I like what you said too, because it made sense. Like how you put this. I seen that video. I didn't see it live though, but I seen it later, and you said King Dre is like Hulk Hogan, and I'm like Ric Flair, like
yes.
two ones in their own thing. But then you got to pick because that's like perfect. Because I'm for me, I feel like I'm more of a motivator than a dating coach. But if you ask me about women, then I can give you that. But if they don't come up, I'll get in my bag and motivate your ass. So, but that was just perfectly put because they're more, King Dre's more precise and more like this, and I'm the energy guy. I get the feeling myself. I don't know what the fuck coming out. I just like, oh no, I be tripping like them. I be having sometimes quotables and that shit I've never said before. Like, how do I continuously come up with things I've never said before and I talk for a living? I even blow my mind with that. It seems like I should have said everything twice. And sometimes I get to feeling my shit and I'll be like, oh shit, what the fuck I just say? I need to write that fucking down. It's that energy, It
is. But like I said, it's like another thing too that I think a lot of people make mistakes with is they just automatically correlate high subscriber count and high view count with value. That's what they, that right there, they think, oh, this guy has, 10,000 live viewers and he has 1 million subscribers. He must be valuable. And that's just because people are dumb in general.
Right.
But I mean, you gotta fucking be able to see and have like a spirit of like discernment. You know what I mean? And understand like, okay, like, just because this guy has a bunch of followers doesn't necessarily mean that he's right, because the masses are usually wrong. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I see a lot of people doing that. And there's a lot of disinformation out there, but the way you can figure out what's real and what's not is going back to my initial statement, taking action. Okay. They say knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Taking action on knowledge is power. Okay. You can have how many smart motherfuckers do you know, bro?
I know a lot, but you know what? It's kind of tricky because there's smart guys and there's smart red pill guys.
Right. But how many smart action takers do you know?
Yeah, very few.
It doesn't matter. I don't care I don't care if you like. Let's take example. Let's take fighting. Right. I've been a lifelong martial artist, and so you take a guy who reads boxing for 30 days, and you take a guy who goes in the ring and fights for 30 days. Who's going to win that fight at the end of the day?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that goes back to what I'm saying is just like taking action on the data you receive is the most valuable thing you can do as a man. And then taking the action, understanding, okay, this is the outcome from the action. Am I okay with this outcome? Yes or no? If no, how can I optimize my action to adjust the outcome closer to the goal that I have?
Good stuff. Shout out to Rain Woman. It's good to see you in the house. Beautiful. Iceberg has his question ready. He said, MLD, is there such thing as an independent thinker? When we were born, we have I told you he come with the fire. When we are born, we have influence from other parents, friends, schools, books we have read. So is it possible to have a true original thought?
I would say it says in the Bible everything that has been thought of and done before has already been done, but they didn't have the internet in the Bible times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't have cryptocurrency back then. They didn't have fucking pistols and rifles and guns. So, I mean, if I were to be honest, I think this is kind of a self-defeating kind of question. Is there such thing as an independent thinker? Yeah. Richard Branson just fucking launched himself into space. You know? Guy from Virgin started off with Virgin Records, started off with a music store. Motherfucker literally said, I have enough money. I'm going to go to space now.
Yeah.
Do you understand what that is? And so I do think that there's ways of independent thinkers. I mean, I built an empire on YouTube, sitting down, literally talking shit in a bathrobe and sunglasses for 2 years straight. I built an empire.
Yeah.
Is that not independent thinking?
Right. Hey, and also from that too, because like sometimes you'll have people count your pockets and stuff like that, but when you earn your money like that, you spend it a little different because you got to work hard to get it, especially in the beginning. Like it's not, when you have a job, I hate my fucking job, but at the end of the day, if I do my 40 hours in 2 weeks, I'm going to get a paycheck. When you do this, it takes so much mental motivation and self motivation you have to do because you don't get paid every time.
Yeah.
I can do a stream and make a couple $100 in 30 minutes, or I can have a panel for 4 hours and make $10. You don't really know what happens until it happens. So it's like you value it more because you have to keep motivating yourself. Just like YouTube. Like do you remember the first video you did that hit 1,000 views? Like that was a big fucking deal.
Huge deal.
What was mine was the key to getting women part 1. That was my first one. I had to cuss everybody out. What was your first 1,000 banger?
Oof, I don't remember. I think it was sometime in 2019. But I remember that was the goal. I was like, I needed I was like, if I could just get those 1,000 views.
Yeah, because and then it'll be close 100 something. I remember when I first started, when I had 100, I was like, yeah, triple digits. You're like, 135. Let's go.
I mean, you want to talk about a guy who understands the power of not giving up. Our buddy Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. Dude, Charlie showed up consistently for 3 months, live streaming to 4 people.
Well,
I mean, 4 people.
How long has he had content? Because I found out him when y'all did the wrestling promos. I was like, whoever this guy is, he's cool as fuck because he's doing the wrestling shit that I like. So I followed him just off of that. I didn't even know about the crypto or nothing.
Yeah, we got his brand launched in, I would say, Q2 2019, give or take. And not to put his shit out there too much, but I mean, 7 figures for sure already.
Mm-hmm.
less than 2 years, coming up on a 2-year anniversary. I think right now we're like 2 years and 3 months. But he showed up every day, talking about crypto. People in the comment section, who the fuck is this weird guy from Minnesota talking about this magic internet money? And now he's he's still the weird guy from Minnesota talking about the magic internet money, but he has a massive following. He's completely independent. He has everything that he wants in life, and he's just continuing to drive forward and make this shit happen.
Yeah, it's dope to watch. I see a question from John W. He says, and I know he has a good question before. He says, MLD. Oh, let me read it over here. MLD, you seem more at peace these days. Is that a component of your success you've obtained through your sexual drive or success, or was there an equal effort on self-care to get more balance?
So it was an equal effort on self-care to get more balance. I'm doing a series on my channel right now, and it's called Inner Game July. And so what it is I'm talking about how the number one problem that every man that comes to a man like me and Afi is, I would say 85% of the time, is they have some kind of trauma in their life. And that trauma gets embedded in their subconscious minds. And then this causes them to become erratic, self-destructive, drug using, become obese, become overweight, hypersexuality, right? Alcoholism. The list goes on and on and on. And if you watch my episode 1 on Inner Game July on my channel, I'm not a guy that came from money. I was physically abused. I was emotionally abused for years upon years in my childhood. I was constantly told I was going to hell. I was constantly told I was going to be left behind, and the rapture was going to leave me behind. And the only way that I could ever get into heaven is I'd have to get my head cut off by refusing the mark of the beast. This was consistently told to me from ages 9 to like 16, 17. And that made me a very unstable person. Luckily for me, part of my erratic upbringing was I wasn't really tamed by society. You know, blue pill guys typically have a good, solid, healthy upbringing, right? Being more closer to poverty, being more closer to homelessness, and having erratic upbringing tends to red pill you in a way that a lot of people don't have the luxury of being red pilled, right? So I just had this insatiable drive for success because I grew up in a poor neighborhood, but I was on the school zone. I was right on the outskirt. I was literally 1 mile on the outskirt for the richest high school in the Central Florida area. So I would go to this school and I would see kids 15 years old be like, "Oh, I got a brand new BMW because I got my learner's permit." This fucker can't even drive without a licensed driver in the passenger seat, and he's got a brand new car. And I would go home. I didn't have money for lunch. My thing was like, if I could get $2.50 to eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich, it was a good day. That was like my level of like, I got a Chick-fil-A sandwich today for $2.50. I graduated 2004, so you guys kind of have an idea of the money. And I just had this insatiable drive for success, but it was driven from anger, hatred, a feeling of injustice. I've always had a chip on my shoulder. And I started doing hypnotherapy, and I don't believe in traditional therapy. I don't believe in cognitive behavioral therapy, talk therapy. I think it's very inefficient. I have my degree in psychology as well. I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, so I know what I'm talking about. And I've done a lot of personal hypnotherapy with guys in my community. And I would do these sessions of hypnotherapy and relive my aunt abusing me, my mom abusing me. And there would be moments when I would be under the hypnosis and I would cry, and I would cry a lot. I would be sobbing and weeping and crying. I had another session like 2 months ago. I was just weeping and crying and letting out all this insecurity, letting out all this bad traumatic experiences that I had. And it stops the mental noise that a lot of people think is normal. I don't have mental noise anymore. I don't have mental fog. And it gave me a lot of clarity and gave me a lot of peace. A lot of my earlier content was driven by anger and stuff. And, as I got behind the scenes, because over the last 2 years, I've coached over 3,250 men. By seeing these guys and seeing their suffering and what they're going through, it kind of made me realize, like, hey, you know, there's guys that are suffering way more than you, despite what I went through. And clinging to that anger and clinging to that hatred and holding on to that, it was like me drinking the poison, hoping that my aunt would die or my mom would die for the shit that they did in the past. When you hold on to resentment and you hold on to hatred and you hold a grudge, I mean, it's called holding a grudge for a reason. You're the one holding on to it. You're the one fucking maintaining it. You gotta forgive those people and let it go and elevate yourself. And now I'm at a very peaceful place. It doesn't hurt that I'm in a 19th floor luxury high rise in Tokyo, surrounded by beautiful women, and you know, life is great. But you know, that's the real thing. Is it was down to the self care and the therapy for sure, 1,000%.
Good. Real quick, I see Command Your Confidence. Rob says, these guys are the best mentors that I ever had. Thank you! Iceberg says, this is a good question. John, do you have a hard time accepting female nature, and why? All on you, baby.
Yeah, I think initially I did, because you know, I was raised by women, and you know, there were a lot of lies, there's a lot of deception, a lot of people fighting to make things happen that weren't really true. You know, like, you know, girls like to, and it's not like me trying to like shit on women or whatever, but women don't like to take accountability. And you know, I was gaslit a lot, and I was told it was one way, and it was actually the other. And one of the biggest mistakes I made in my youth was constantly asking women for relationship advice, just like to get clarity. I was just like, once I started asking men who actually had their shit together. I had a former pimp teach me. His name was Player Supreme. He died. Rest in peace, Player Supreme. But that guy, he was a black guy, and he changed my life, and he helped me understand getting confidence, stopping negative noise in your head, and lifting yourself up as a man. And through his teachings, it really opened my player level to a whole new level. And then, you know, you go through the player phase, you know, from like, I would say from like age 27 to 31. Yeah, I was just living to fuck. I was just like, fuck. I was just living to play, living to womanize. And then, you know, you kind of grow out of that and you want the next level. You want to understand you don't understand women. You want to understand what makes them tick. And since I did that, because I've always been a guy that had women in my life, and I don't have like one of these red pill stories like I was a virgin until I was 24. It's never been like that. I've always had women in my life. I've always put them to work. They massage me, clean my house, bring me food, right? And not like, you know, an oppressive way that fucking Western women think that it's like oppressive or whatever. It's just natural, right? Women are made to assist men, and men are made to assist women. And if we don't work together, good luck. Good luck demonizing 50% of the population. Good luck. You're going to fucking need it. And, you know, but I wanted to take my game to the next level and not get so emotionally caught up in things, and just truly understand what the other party is. Right? Because I think that's the biggest problem with American women right now, is they just truly don't understand male nature. They really don't get it. Like, they get it, but they don't get it in the way to like understanding how to be a good partner in a relationship. That's why the divorce rate's so high. And that's quite frankly why all these chicks are starting to get older and wake up alone. They're like, okay, like maybe I did fuck up. Maybe I should know some shit that I don't know. Right. So that was how I kind of just came to the reality of understanding female nature. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning from Afi, still learning from King Dre. They're better than me. And that's another thing. I'm a dating coach and I'm a men's coach, and I don't have any qualms with saying that these guys are better than me, because if I'm going to sit here and pretend that I'm the best and beat my chest for what? For my fucking ego? For my sake? At the end of the day, you're just sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging your own growth. So I don't have an ego like that. I don't have pride. I just, you know, I'm here to learn and get better. My life, the name of my game now is self-improvement every day. If I don't do something to self-improve every day, I get like anxiety. I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking loser. I need to like do better. And that's just how I am. And so, you know, by having these guys shed light from another perspective, it really does change my game big time.
Yeah. You know, female nature is a good and a bad thing, because it, you know, kind of makes you reluctant to do certain things when you really know what it is, because a lot of people don't. get to see the other side of the game, because there's definitely two different sides. You know, there's the man who wants a relationship, chasing love, chasing family, stability, all that type of shit. That's a vibe. But then there's the other side that you get to see the other vibe when you're dealing with women, when you have game, or when you're dealing with women from a position of power. You get to see another side, and when you see both sides, it's kind of try to hard to find a balance. You know, I you know, I've been aware with female nature, but when I used to do bounce the bachelorette parties, that was a bad one for me because I already knew about female nature. But my thing was I had an idea of what a promiscuous woman looked like, and that kind of taught me there ain't no look for it. It can happen from anywhere because you see women from all walks of life doing the craziest shit, and that's just like, oh, I thought I knew. Like certain women you could just tell, okay, that's what that is. But then I would, I would think like, oh, if I meet a professional type woman, she's not capable of that.
If I meet a good woman from a Republican family with conservative values and her parents aren't divorced, then I protect myself from all bad things. That's my favorite one. The consultation's gonna be good. Like, listen, man, I met this girl. She's a real good girl. Like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
It always starts. The consultations are real funny too. Is like when it's like when guys say how their success for 5 minutes before they get into the problem.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I've heard this story every single time. Yeah, I got 5 women over here. I got one in Japan, and then I got one in Modesto, and I got 2 in California, and I got one with a Corvette. But then the but comes in. Iceberg. He says, do women lack of generalization causing them to repeatedly make the same mistakes? I hear arguments. We are different, so there is no such thing as male nature. There's definitely male nature. And somebody said 2 goats. That's what's up, Benjamin. You already know it's 2 goats. So what you think about that?
Pull the question back up and me read it again. It's a little long. Okay. It was a little bit of a long question.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Make it move, bro.
Do you think women's lack of generalizing causes them to repeatedly make the same mistakes? Lack of generalizing. I don't think women generalize. Like, I think women do generalize. He says lack of general. I think women generalize big time. I hear arguments like we are all different, so there's no such thing as male nature. I mean, that's just fucking stupid. If a woman said that, it's fucking dumb. That's like a dumb person speaking. There is male nature. There is female nature. If you doubt that, then you're dumb too.
Women. I think the problem is like it's a lot of ego with the women because
massive
amounts. So easy, bro. Shout out to Harry Zikos. What's up, Harry? Cool ass motherfucker. We're so easy, bro. But women get stuck on they want to do it their way because we're equal value. So they don't want to bow down. Not bow down, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm valuable too. Like, dudes, all you got for a man that we just want. There's like 10 things that all men want. And like most men want 5 of those things. So you figure out the 5 things that we all want and then his 5 personal things. And then that's it.
Yep. We really are pretty simple.
Hella simple, bro. And it's weird because you can even put the cheat sheet out. Well, you got to look at my list. I got a list too. All right, there we go. And that's the reason why. John Royal, what's up? That's the reason why.
I mean, the funniest thing is that women thought they wanted equality, right? But they already had equality. They got equality. Like, women have not been oppressed in America. That's them buying propaganda from people who want to fleece them for money and votes. Because who's always saying the wage gap exists? Politicians. You think politicians care about you? If you think politicians care about you, you too are a fucking dummy. If you think that these corporations care about anything other than taking as much money from you as possible, you too are a fucking dummy. This whole Dove body positivity campaign is going to be the result of the deaths of millions and millions of women across the planet from being obese. Little things like that just like, how have you not thought this through? It's just they're being brainwashed by propaganda. But I mean, hey, that's just the average person is a victim to that. So it is what it is.
Matt Dove says, men don't get love sick. Start chasing and putting everything off your plate. You'll lose the masculine frame that she attracted to. That's facts. That's one of the biggest lessons that I learned, thinking that just because I was a hot shot in March that I'm just there. I'm a hot shot I made it to the hot shot level, so it's all good. Like, no, you have to keep whatever it is she like, you got to keep that up. I don't care if you had sex and she said it was the best sex ever in life, and you got to have the best boyfriend in life. You are the best everything in life. If you fuck up, what is it? Thursday, on Sunday you'll be a piece of shit.
Yep.
And you be, wait a minute, I thought I was the greatest person in the world. Yeah, on Wednesday you was.
Yep. Anytime a woman says, I love you, you're the best ever, that was so good, you got to add 2 words at the end. Right now.
Right now.
I love you right now. You're the best thing in my life right now.
Right now.
Okay. That's the big thing that'll help you out. And I think the biggest problem that a lot of guys in our corner of the internet is the problem they encounter, right? The number one problem stems from them wanting a woman's love. And a big part of that, especially in America, is a lot of guys have mommy issues. People don't want to talk about that. A lot of guys have mommy issues, especially as broken as the average American house is. It's a cultural phenomenon that's happening right now. And I think it's kind of reaching the boiling point. That's why people like Kevin Samuels are so popular, Fresh and Fit, right? All these guys, because they're bringing women's delusional nature to the surface, right? When you come out to like Japan, when you come out to like China, you come out to Korea, when you go down to South America, Colombia, right? You go around the world. These countries, men and women get along. There's not a Cold War between men and women. That's only in America. It's in Canada and England and Australia as well, in Western nations. That's where it's extremely pronounced. But here in Japan, like women, like me and my dudes were doing some pull-ups the other day in the park. We're just working out, right? These 2 Japanese girls stopped by and they were like, wow, you guys are so strong. And they like, after we got done with our fucking pull-ups, they kind of like clapped. They're like, good job. That's like so great. They're like, okay, we're going to go over here. We're going to leave now. Have a nice day. We're like, yep, have a nice day. And it's just like so refreshing just to have that. Like just have like nothing sexual, nothing like, oh, I'm going to fuck this bitch now. And I'm going to go fucking lay some game down. No, just a pleasant interaction with the other sex. And America's lost that. It's completely gone. For the most part, not completely, but for the average woman in America, quite frankly, is insufferable. The average one. And there's no debating that. Insufferable.
I see King Dre. He said, "Am I used to the lights yet?" Yeah. Well, let me use a point too, because that's what I like about YouTube. Because I was I was trying to use the natural light. As I was like, I don't like these lights. I feel like I'm about to put on some fucking makeup or some shit. But Christian Soto, shout out to him. He sent me a video, and that's why I like this shit, because it's like we were like a real life family. I can mention some shit, not even really asking for it, and then boom, like DJ Chaz just sent me a fucking Bruce Lee book. I'm a Bruce Lee fan, and it's dope ass concept. Like, so you get solutions. So he just sent me. So King Dre, I'm saying all that to say. So from the video that Christian sent me, I got him up like this because I wear glasses for real. I'm not a fashion eyeglass. I'm really blind as fuck. So that shit was hurting my shit intense. So they told me to do it like this, and now I'm cool. So that's what I'm saying. I solved my problem, but the family solved it because he just heard me mention it. I didn't say, somebody give me some fucking tips. I'm just like, man, this shit's all in my fucking face. And then right after my show, I got the video. You watch the video. They said put them, don't have them like this, put them up like that. So it's like now it's not intense on my face. So that's the power of just having a community of people that care. You know, real talk. Rain Williams says, I may just. Oh, I see. What's the name? Had a long stuff real quick. Let me go to it. Where's my man, Agent Smith? Where's Agent Smith at? You didn't know I called you Agent Smith, and now I'm telling on you. William Patterson. You know, when I see you, I think of Agent Smith. That's what the fuck I think. That's what you're like. You want to battle with your ass. I know this shit too, though. I can do it. What's up? He says, two legends that lead by example. Men like this get lost in the white noise of YouTube and compromised society. Listen to them and you will be rich like them, rich internally and externally. Good comment, my brother. What do you think? Because I've been on the fence about it, but then I just can't do it. Like, you know, certain things you can do that will take you to the next level, but you just don't want to do it. Like, how do you manage that?
If you're feeling some sort of procrastination inside of you, that's a symptom of having some sort of trauma, some sort of self-sabotaging subconscious program in your mind holding you back. I mean, how many guys you've seen, you've been in their house, they have treadmill, they got weights everywhere, they got protein, creatine, pre-workout, right? But they're still fat as fuck. And they've been fat as fuck too. And they're constantly talking about, I'm going to get my weight right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That's a form of trauma. That's a form of trauma. And like I said, that's why I've been leaning towards the therapy side of things, hypnotherapy, EMDR, right? Pulling these bad subconscious programs out of people's minds. When I did, because one of the consistent things I heard from age 9 to 18 when I lived at home with my mom, we have no money. We have no money. We have no money. I can't do that. We have no money. There's no money available. We can't do this. We have no money. We got bills to pay. I can't give you lunch money. You got to eat the free lunch, you know? And I grew up as a man thinking like, yeah, money is a scarce resource. Money is hard to acquire. And money is this escapable object. You know, you may get some money, but it's eventually, you're just going to always end up back at zero. And I got a hypnotherapy session targeting this poverty mindset. And the next year, my income tripled. Okay. It was at a 6-figure point and it tripled to another 6-figure point. So those are the results I had personally. So when you tell me somebody's procrastinating or not doing what they need to do, what that tells me is they have some kind of trauma. Because the thing is this, the brain doesn't like change, right?
Right.
The brain is not about thriving. The brain is about preservation. And taking risk is a form of potentially losing what you have. You can also potentially gain what you have, but there is a potential that you lose what you have. And your brain doesn't like that. And if your brain, especially your subconscious mind, is used to things being a certain way, even if that certain way is bad, right? How many people like as soon as there's peace in the relationship, they gotta tear it up. They gotta sabotage it. Once they start making progress in the gym, they gotta go eat a pizza. You know, they self-sabotage because the subconscious mind is saying, hey, things are changing from the way we believe they should be. We got to bring this back down. And if you don't fix your subconscious mind, no amount of books, no Patreons, no YouTube, no conventions, nothing's going to change because you know relationships, no women. You'll always go back to the 0 point that your subconscious mind is controlling and trying to get you to do. That's why I've shifted the message on my channel this month of July, is because I realized that I've given guys game guides. I've made guys go from fat to good looking, and still they have game guides. They've been fat to good looking. They have money, they have muscles, they have everything, but they still feel insecure. They still feel bad about themselves. They still feel invaluable. And it comes down to the mind being messed up.
Mm-hmm. All right. let's get maybe 5 good questions for MLD. I can talk to his ass and ask him anything I want, but you guys don't get that opportunity. but you got it right now. You good for 5 questions, brother?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good. So, Iceberg, let's start with this one. So, as you guys know, you hear me talking, start thinking about the question that you have for Modern Life Dating, aka Hot Do Life.
Mhm.
Don't just wait until I answer the question and then write the question. Okay, so the first one is, what's the biggest demon you had to face and how did you beat it?
Alcoholism and drug addiction. You know, when you like I said, I was viciously beaten as a child. I was held down by my cousin, and I remember there was one part of my childhood when I was held down, and there was a white wall next to me, and I remember just getting repeatedly punched in the nose to the point that I would see my blood splatter up on the white wall like a Jackson Pollock painting. And when you have all, and then I got done getting my ass beat, and my aunt Millie was being like, "You're demon possessed, little bad kid. That's why my son beats your ass because he's gonna beat the demons out of you." And so you have all this hatred and all this turmoil inside of you, and you want to stop feeling that. So what I would do, I would fucking drink a lot of alcohol. I'd black out, and and when I was in my 20s, I should be dead, bro. I blacked out. I drove drunk, all that bad shit, bro. I fucking should be dead. It is It is literally a miracle that I'm alive. Just smoking so much weed just to numb everything, numb fucking it's whatever, you know. Never really got into cocaine. Like I did it a handful of times with people and shit, but when I did it, I would fucking wild out. I was like, I was that cokehead. And so, next morning you wake up feeling bad about yourself, the money you spent, how you feel, the dopamine, the dopamine hangover. And again, going into hypnotherapy and a big reason why I came to Japan is because drugs are so hard to get here. In America, drugs are everywhere, dude. America is infested with drugs. And, overcoming that really gave me peace of mind, man. Really gave me the clarity to be who I am now because I was in a dark, 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 dark place. Very bad, dude. I'm ashamed to talk about it now, to be honest with you. But at the same time, it's necessary to, like you mentioned earlier, people who used to be addicted to drugs, you got to talk about how you beat it. And when it comes to drug addiction, it's self-hatred. It is a self-defeating, self-mutilation thing that you do to yourself. Self-sabotage because you hate yourself. You hate the way you feel, but you also hate yourself because of unconscious systems that are broken. And you use drugs to kill yourself, and you use drugs to numb yourself. And eventually people die from that shit. And so that was probably the biggest demon I had to overcome.
Good stuff, man. You see, that's what we saying. We here to inspire. I know for a fucking fact. What's today? Thursday. I guarantee you, by next Thursday, somebody gonna listen to this video is gonna change their life just based on the content. That's why I'm saying I know the importance of the information. Y'all don't see me. I ain't talking as much shit as I usually do because it's a serious fucking shit. This is the shit that's important to me. I hope you guys know a lot of content. It's important to you guys, not me. I do it for you, but this is the type of shit that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about getting bitches off of fucking Tinder and shit like that. I'll do it because I'm just a fucking gracious host. But I want to make videos like this every day.
Yeah.
I
was telling people about that on my channel yesterday, or excuse me, this morning. God, my time zone's messed up. It was yesterday Japan time, but this morning Eastern Standard Time, I said, I'm not giving you the sexy girls on my show. I'm not giving you the fancy animation graphics, anything. I said, I'm not giving you what you want. I'm giving you what you need. And the few men that show up, because my live stream yesterday, because I was talking about how to heal yourself at home using self-hypnosis to get the life that you want. Mm-hmm. And I had like 90 to 100 live viewers. Usually I have like 200, 300. But I mean, that gives, like I said, that gives me confidence too, because I used to be that guy in the 90s. I used to be the guy like would watch shit from beginning to end to make sure I got it and watch it over and over and over again. And so I'm not giving you the content you want. I'm giving you the content you need, right? It's like being a parent. You don't give the kid, what do the kids want? I want Capri Sun. I want fucking Kool-Aid. I want McDonald's. I want chicken nuggets. I want ice cream. I want this. Yeah, you eat all that shit, you're gonna fucking look like these fat white kids running around Walmart with their fucking terrible mom, right? We got to give you what you need, and you are a children compared to us in your level of understanding. So you must submit to our authority and trust us that we're going to do the right thing for you. And if you don't trust us, trust the receipts that you see through all of our clientele. And I'm not here. I'm not here to cater to your feelings. I'm not here to cater to your ego. I'm here to get results for you. And if you want results, you will do what I say, or I will not communicate with you. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Good shit, bro. Straight G Turo says, MLD, do you think changing the subconscious mind is the key to certain women's goofiness? And if so, how does modern society do that?
A lot of women have trauma. A lot of women have trauma. It's become like kind of a joke in modern society, but I mean, daddy issues are real. And a lot of women have trauma like this guy's mentioning. And yes, healing their trauma will make society better. America, Joe Rogan said it best. America has a gun problem, or America has a mental health problem disguised as a gun control problem. A lot, like, especially when you live, like I said, I live in Tokyo, Japan, right? And there's a stigma here against mental health. But a big thing is families are still intact in Japan. The divorce rate is very low, and the divorce rate went lower during the pandemic. In other nations, the divorce rate went higher. In Japan, the divorce rate went lower. They understand the importance of family. They understand the importance of having a stable man and a stable woman acting masculine and feminine in harmony to raise non-fucked up children. America has a massive mental health problem. And if you take a look around at all the obese people, that's a big part of it. Because a lot of people use food. Food is the quickest drug you can get to alleviate suffering from yourself. And it's not normal for a nation of people to be so literally morbidly obese. If you are obese, your body knows this is not okay, but you're acting against that. It's because there is mental trauma. There is severe mental problems occurring.
Good stuff. Before I get this question real quick, want to do a special shout out to Courtney, just because she a pretty girl and she got a pretty look. She was a real pretty girl, so just shout out to you. I shared your video yesterday. Did you see I shared your video? You interviewed the stripper. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her. She produces good content. She's just not a pretty face that you guys can fucking be thirsty over and shit. She like edits her videos and everything. I know that's a big deal. You guys gotta go fuck with her. And shout out to Prince O in the house. Aki grinding on the late night. Yeah, bro. Being a slave, I had to go in person and I had to kill the morning show, but I will get back. Because now I'm back off and I'm doing this, so I'm gonna get that morning show back on, maybe probably 8 o'clock. And just special shout out to you too, because I was your first motherfucking subscriber. And now Prince O is a big dating coach. You got like 50,000 subs and shit.
Damn, really? Good for him.
Yep. And I remember you hitting me up, asking me all these questions and shit. And I said, man, just get to it and do it. Now you done went viral and shit. And now you sliding through. It's always love. So special shout out to you, bro. Prince O. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. Iceberg's question is, what's one piece of self-improvement advice that appears to help on the surface, but actually is bullshit when you fully break it down? I want to taste that one too. Go ahead, but I'm thinking about the answer for
that. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself, and like women seem to believe this the most. Just be yourself, and if he doesn't accept you for who he is, he's a loser. What's the laundry list? He's a right-wing extremist, racist, sexist, misogynist, transphobic, homophobic, hates children, whatever, fucking kicks puppies, right? Whatever the slander list is. No, don't be yourself, right? Because again, going back to what I mentioned, I'm not going to back down on this subconscious mind thing. If your subconscious mind programs are broken and people say just be yourself, then you're just going to continue to be this self-destructive person. Okay? Just be yourself. No, be yourself after you have the foundations of a clear mental mind and you have things that are going good for you. You have a good job. You're constantly looking to improve yourself, especially your finances as a man. You're taking care of your health, your fitness, your physical appearance, right? Then and you have game. That's the big thing. You gotta have game, bro. Especially in 2021. If you don't have game, good luck, bro. You're gonna get fleeced. You're gonna get fleeced. You're gonna get ignored, or both. So just be yourself is some of the most crappiest advice ever. If you want to improve, and people say just be yourself, so they're just saying basically don't change. You want to improve, but don't change. Cool. Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, you don't supposed to change, but your results supposed to change. Doing the same shit, ain't that a bitch, right? The Shahov, it's gonna take me a weird while to get used to this RPC. He changed. He took the red pill out of his name. The Chauvinist channel. RPC asked, MLD, do you believe international traveling can help or hurt males understand female nature? That's a good question right there. Hey, just real quick, I made a video today for King Drake. He left it on my. See, back to my drops. MLD, I did a drop, and I got 3 more drops. Not only live content, you motherfuckers better watch it, because I'm hitting y'all back with the 5-minute drops too. But I just did one about, he asked me about international women, which one was better, and I basically said, shit, any place other than America, they better, because women aren't looked at funny when they cater to their man. Nowhere else but fucking here. So what do you got to say about that question, though?
I left on November 4th, 2012. I left America for Japan. I spent 1 year and 1 month in Japan, and then I moved to Hawaii. And Hawaii is not like America. Hawaii, actually, girls are feminine, and Hawaii is like its own little weird Las Vegas on water.
People are the dopest people to me, bro. Like their energy, I've never met over there. Like, man, I got drunk. They took me to my room and shit, bro. Like, they're the dopest people. They're family oriented. Just all that shit is dope. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
That's if you're not white. If you're white, they hate you. If you're white, they fucking hate you. I lived there. I know. So, but for a year, I lived in Japan, and then a year lived in Hawaii, and then a year later, I went back to Japan. So I went 1 year Japan, 1 year Hawaii, 1 year Japan again, and after that, I went back to America, and after being treated so well by women, experiencing feminine women, women who just like naturally wanted to assist me in life as their natural purpose. I think that's why American women are so miserable. They're straying away from their natural purpose, which is having a harmonious relationship with men, right? And so they got tricked by governments. They got tricked by big corporations to say, you don't need no man. You need to become a tax slave. You don't need a man. You need to become a consumerist slave. And they have all become tax slaves and consumer slaves, and they're fucking miserable. No shit. So when I went back to America in 2016, I thought it was going to be like, yeah, my triumphant return, like fucking hot dude life forever. And I entered extreme depression after like 2 months. Just the toxicity of the culture. And people don't realize, especially people who haven't left America, people don't realize how broken and fucked up the culture in America is. And the people are fundamentally broken. And it's normalized. I think that's why people say clown world, right? Because it's fucking normalized. And I was there for 11 months, and I got depressed, started fucking doing drugs again, smoking weed, partying, drinking. And I just thought to myself, dude, I'm here, 31 at the time. I was like, I'm in my sexual fucking prime as a man. And I am fucking, I'm settling for less right now. And I said to myself, there is no way in hell that I will tolerate this. And then, somebody ended up coming visiting me from Japan. It was like a breath of fresh air. And I was just like, fuck everything. I'm not living in America anymore. And like, honestly, when I go back to America, like even when I went to Miami, I was just like, all right, I'm going to like put on my big boy pants. I'm going to make the best out of this. And I was just like, got there. I was like, I want to kill myself. Like, just dealing with the culture. But if you never left America, you never lived outside of America, you don't know. But it's another thing, experiencing quality women, feminine women from across the world, and then going back to America. That's like eating filet mignon for a year straight. You go back to America and they're like, here's this Happy Meal. Oh yeah. And it's $500.
Right. Yeah, because the thing is, it's like, and I want to say just to because there's women who watch my shit. There's We're not saying that there is no such thing as a feminine woman in the states because there is, but 9 times out of 10, either two things need to happen. Either my game is gonna make her like that, or she has to like me enough. Over across the states, that's just how they are. They don't even know that they don't even know that it's a big deal. That's just what they know. So it's like, okay, you can go one place and they already come like that, or I can train. Just because you know how to don't mean you want to. If that makes sense. Yeah, I know how. This one just, hey, what do you need? Just like you said, they come. What do you need? How can I help you? Not just because you gave them a fire game session. That's just how they're coming to you. So you're building off of that foundation, you know? So it's crazy. Let's get one more good question. $5 Happy Meal.
But I'll tell you this: if you leave America, you go spend like 2-3 weeks in another country, get ready to be filled with angst and you're gonna be salty. You're gonna be like, ugh, I cannot do this shit.
Playboy Zay. You've been on panels with him before, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, he went to Africa. He went to Eritrea. He bought a one-way ticket. Like, he goes viral on TikTok too. Him and Drake. He started before Drake. Playboy Zay, you know him. But anyways, he bought a one-way ticket. He came
Yeah.
back here for a week. He was like, "Oh hell no," because he lives in Buffalo in the States. He came back. He was like, "Shit, I can't now. I can't wait to go back. Fuck this shit." So he went. He went to Africa. Bought a one-way ticket out there, like maybe 6 months ago. But he's only like 22. And he just since he got a taste of it, he's like, fuck that. He's not coming back.
Yeah, no, there's no way I could go back. Like literally, like dude, I would rather like figure out a way to smuggle myself into China illegally than to fucking live in America. There's no fucking way. There is absolutely no way. I am so done with that country. And
Harry says he could confirm that how you were feeling in Miami this June.
I feel sorry for Harry. I like just let it all out on him. I was like, look at this fucking propaganda on the TV. Look at all this shit. Look at this fat bitch. Look at all this fucking shitty customer service. And then I was talking to Trav. We're talking about how like ghetto America is getting. Like it's just like being ratchet is becoming more and more mainstream, and it's fucking disgusting
Mm-hmm.
because that's not something you want to emulate as a successful person in life.
Mm-hmm. Slick Rick got the last question of the day. He said, Shahovinist says, ask Afi. All I talk about is moving. Yeah, RPC. See, that's what I'm saying. This is the good thing about having good friends like RPC. I spent a lot of time talking to him. He got his book out. You know what I'm saying? We're collaborating on the book together and shit. He got a property over there in Colombia. See, this is the type of shit the people that I talk to, not you weirdos that want to talk shit about motherfuckers for no reason and think we gonna make videos about you. Oh no, we talking about properties in other countries and shit. Fools. Back to Slick Rick. He says, so that you mean you won't come back to New York?
I'll visit. I mean, I'll visit because the men that need help are in America. And I mean, but yeah, like I think, I think we're witnessing a large global shift from America becoming a superpower to losing its status as superpower, and China ascending to the top. And a big reason why America is constantly demonizing masculinity and demonizing men. China is championing men, right? China bans like feminist accounts and shit on their social media. The government's like, no feminism is allowed here.
Yeah, I was in China. I was like, man, this social media shit is fucked. I couldn't get on none of this shit. I was like, man, what the hell?
And they do it to stop the fucking toxic influence of America. You know, Google is blocked, Facebook's blocked, YouTube's blocked, Instagram's blocked, Wikipedia's blocked. You know, they control the fucking data that goes to their people, because a big reason why America's so fucked up is because of all this like trashy media people are consuming. And whatever you consume with your eyes and your ears, it changes who you are. You start to become like what you consume. That's why when you watch stuff like me and Afi Kingdom, your life gets better. You watch that black pill shit, that MGTOW shit, that fucking ratchet shit, whatever, your life gets worse and you feel worse too. Do what's called an emotional journal, right? Watch something, write your emotions before you watch something, then watch it, and then write your emotions after you watch it. And then ask yourself, how do you feel? And then change the content and do that from time to time. When I watch, even when I like watch these Black Pill streams to clown on them, I still feel, after I'm done, I'm like, I feel dirty. I feel bad. I'm like, I need to fucking, get like, take a spiritual bath. And, it's not good. Not good at all.
Harry said, we talking about chasing cash flows and fat checks. MLD, you have an open invitation to my crib whenever you in NYC, brother. Motherfucker, don't you see it's two people up here? I want to invite too. Harry, what the fuck? We supposed to do the clubhouse shit. I want an invitation too. MLD can stay. I gotta go. I gotta get a, what's the shit? The 1 bedroom shack shits. What's those? I forgot what they're called. Hey, oh yeah, real quick, because I was gonna ask you this in private, but shit, why not? It's not that big of a deal. This what I this I told Dre I was gonna tell you. I mentioned it, but I forgot. This what I want to do. You know how you see these panels and shit like this? I gotta now I don't know your schedule and stuff like that. But I was thinking like, yeah, all right now. We gotta confirm that shit. Look, this a master panel that'll kill all the fucking, not like it's a competition, but I'm just saying, you know. No, we do a panel. Me, you, Lawrence, RPC, King Dre, and Alpha Villains. That'll shut fucking shit down, bro. And go every once a week and rotate channels. That's a killer squad, bro. Let me say it again. Me, you, LDA. So we got boss shit. We got LDA, got the spiritual shit, RPC, the mindset travel shit, King Dre, and Alpha Villains. That's the 6 right there. I'm with it. Dre, you with it? MLD, you with it? RPC, you with it? LDA, you ain't here, but is you with it on the playback? I think that's killer squad, bro. And it'll cover everything. Mindset game. You got charisma. You got assholes. It covers every fucking thing, bro. First show I watched, subscribe. Yeah, man. So you let me know what you think about that. Well, that was a nice show. Make sure you guys go over and you follow Modern Life Dating on YouTube. You make sure that you follow him on Instagram as well under Modern Life Dating and Hot Dude Life. Make sure you follow me on YouTube because sometimes you guys be sending me pictures. Oh yeah, I've been subscribed. Yeah, the bell don't even be hit. If you want to show off to me, show off right. Show me that the notification fucking bell's on. Y'all be sending me y'all proof and shit. The bell don't even be hit. Make sure you hit the bells on these channels because when you subscribe to channels and you don't hit the bell, it's almost like you're just giving us a number, but you're not getting the content. You think we're just helping you out. We giving you a new that shit's cool when you get your first 100, you want them like, no, I don't want no empty subs. I want people to subscribe and to come watch my shit. So you got to hit the bell, and just like, cause I noticed MLD took a break, some days off. I took a break too, right? So I'm saying that to say, you guys got to be self-teachers. Like I said, that I am and he is. Prime example. Don't hit me up saying when I'm going to go live again. It's hella videos you ain't never seen. If MLD wants to go enjoy himself on the fucking island and shit and he don't want to do a video in 2 weeks, don't bitch and be like, damn, MLD, you falling off with the content. No, go catch up with the content you have never. There is at least 100 videos you have not seen. Go watch the old shit. Don't be like, oh man, y'all being lazy now. No, catch the fuck up. We got plenty of shit. We basically have online libraries that you have access to for free. My shit. I have collaborations with everybody. Stepha's Code. You can click. I don't have a bad video. Just click some shit and you will either learn. If you won't learn, which is a lie, you always learning, you will at least be entertained. I guarantee you that shit. So, my brother MLD, last words for the people. And y'all make sure y'all drop some fire signs in the chat. And RPC, which y'all down with that? Y'all put it in the comments. Go ahead.
I'm getting echo. Anyways, just make sure that you there's an echo off of. I don't know what you press. I don't know if I don't know if can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. If I mute it,
Oh.
we ain't got to worry about none of that shit. So just go.
Okay. Well, I don't know if the audience can hear me, but if you can hear me right now, just make sure that you just engage in a lifestyle of endless self-improvement. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you just consistently work on yourself. That's my opinion as well. I mean, that's what I do. I live a lifestyle of consistently working on myself, and I just don't have any plans to stop doing that. That and don't take the vaccine because you'll fucking die.
This is the kind of video you might want to watch twice. If you came in other than 2 minutes, you go watch this playback shit. I won't do a video tomorrow just to give you motherfuckers some time to watch this shit. This is important shit. It's important. It's more important than giving y'all free advice on Friday. This is some life-changing shit that we spit today. So I'm gonna give you guys some time to soak it up. Make sure you like the video. If you haven't liked the video, like the video now on your way out. Make sure you share the video. And appreciate each and every one. Appreciate you, brother. Excellent stream. You guys share it, put some people on game, and positive energy to everybody. Peace, everybody.